You know, I'm sure you heard philanthropists and philosophers speaking about failure. They will tell you once you fail, you just tried your first trial, try again, fail, try again until it works. Although I do agree with that, but you have to differentiate what kind of failure is it. When you look at the definitions of failure, the first definition is the lack of success. The second one is a successful thing. The third one is the action or state of not functioning. So here's my principle. I go by this principle. When you try something, expect failure, but not put yourself in the situation to fail. So what I'm trying to say is that there are those moments that you put yourself in the situation to fail, and you see that you're going to fail, but you still put yourself in that situation to fail. And the moment you put yourself in that situation to fail, you're really gonna fail. You're gonna start blaming people. You don't take accountability. You'll be like, but that person did that. And you're the one who placed yourself in that situation. In the first place, you're the one who placed that person in the situation. So, in other ways, do you think that it's necessary to fail in that situation? It's not necessary. You shouldn't have failed. Failure is when you're trying, actually trying. When we say you failed, it's when you actually tried, you gave it your best, you gave it 100%. If not 100%, at least 90%. But you cannot just not do the work and say, I failed. That's not called failure. It's not necessary. How can you succeed? If failure can't move you, then forget about motivation. Forget about it. I'm just gonna read from the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 5, verse 23. He dies for lack of discipline, and because of his great folly, he is led astray. When I was talking about unnecessary failures, I'm talking about this type of failures. Those who fail in life because they lack discipline. And because they lack discipline, they mislead themselves. They mislead themselves thinking that they are trying their best while you're not disciplined. While you're giving 1 hour to your study. And 4 hours, whole hours. Some even go to 8 hours. On YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or any of the social media platforms. You can go 8 hours, but you barely give your studies or God even an hour. Then when you fail, you're gonna be like, I tried my best. I gave it my all. And you even have the guts to go and complain. You have the guts to complain and say, I gave it my best, while you know that you didn't give yourself the best. Which leads to another topic, is like you are not staying true to yourself. Because when you're not staying true to yourself, you're not gonna take accountability. And with accountability comes responsibility. You're not gonna have responsibility. And people, when they're in that process of failing, they think motivation can help them. They try to seek motivation. They seek motivation. If I get motivated, I'm gonna go all out. That is why I said, if failure can't move you, no motivation can. Because failure is supposed to move you. There were times where I failed when I tried my best, and there were times where I failed where I knew that I didn't try my best and I could differentiate. I took accountability. The times I failed where I didn't try my best, I took accountability and restarted, and it worked. The time I failed when I tried my best, I looked it and I was like, I'm gonna try again, and it did come through. I didn't even need motivation. I didn't even need motivation. Why would I need motivation? Because all I need is to become disciplined. Because the motivation is just gonna fade away. So failure has to move you. It has to move you. If it doesn't move you, then what else can move you? It has to move you. It has to. There is no way. It has to move you. So ask yourself, is failure moving you? Or are you still at that same pace you were at before you failed? Ask yourself that question. And once you answer yourself, what are you going to do about it? That's the next thing. What are you going to do about it? If you don't do something, you're going to remain the same. Next year, 2025, going to still be the same. No transformation, no movement. And it's all depending on you.